family and friends to take part in Mission Possible, the MLK Day of Service, Saturday, January 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is an opportunity for a day of community service, helping others and engaging in the community at Mission Possible, the MLK Day of Service at your safe space, 1124 East Humble. If you want more info, call Brittany Embry at 575-740-8375. That's Brittany Embry, 575-740-8375. Save the date, Saturday, January 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at your safe space, 1124 East Humble.
By the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
88 unread emails? Okay. New credit card? Delete. Congratulations, you've just won. Goodbye. COVID-19 news and delete. Wait, learn about treatment options for COVID-19. No and go. Okay, kind of catchy. Know that oral prescription treatment options are available for COVID-19 if you're at high risk. And go see your doctor if you experience symptoms or test positive. And forwarding that to mom.
Talk to your pharmacist or doctor if you or a loved one gets COVID-19. Know and go. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Cool 95.7.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's time for Hobbs Eagle basketball. Live on the radio at Cool 95.7, on the internet, HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and the Cool 95.7 Facebook page. Ty Friend here with you in the Duke City for the last round, final round of the APS Metro Tournament, as your Hobbs Eagles have made it to the Consolation Championship. Today they take on the Highland Hornets. We are playing at Rio Grande High School. That's the third gym the Eagles have played in during this tournament. 4 days of action. They played all over the place. Cibola, of course, last night at Highland High School, and here today at Rio Grande. So a nice little tour of some of the Duke City schools. Don't forget, later this afternoon as well, the Hobbs Lady Eagles are in the championship bracket. In the championship game, too, take on Kirtland Central, upsetting Sandia last night, although Kirtland Central at 14-1. That should be an exciting game as well, but that'll be on our sister station, the Eagle. But right now we got some boys hoops. Hobbs has won 2 of their 3 games so far, hoping to make it a third one with the championship here in the consolation brackets. Last night, thumping West Mesa 85-64, a 21-point win. Boy, what a great game for Parker Henderson, finishing with a double-double, 20 points and 10 rebounds. He did foul out with a couple of minutes left in the fourth quarter, but he got his rebound about a minute before he fouled out. So a great way to finish, not the fouling out part, but the rebounding. And again, the double-double, best game of the season for him. Did have a definite size advantage, but he was asking for the ball, getting up big on the rebounds, throwing them back through. Had 6 dunks in that game, most of those off of putbacks off the rim on other misses from the Eagles. So definitely a great game for Parker. Hopefully he can continue tonight. The tallest player on Highland is 6'8", so still giving up several inches to the big man for the Eagles. Peyton Hodge doing a great job as well with 18 points. He did hit a couple of trays, had a couple of rebounds as well. Looking forward to seeing him produce in this game as well. So Henderson and Hodge, the 2 H's, combining for 38 of the Hobbs Eagles' 85 points. But a lot of people involved in the scoring last night. Abraham Pena had 17 points, 4 trays to his name. He was 1 of 2 from the line and had 2 rebounds. Those were the 3 guys in double digits. Lots of other people involved, though. Lyric Soria coming off the bench for 3 trays himself. He's got 9 points in that game and had 4 rebounds. And again, he is second on the team in 3-point completions as well for the Eagles. So definitely really looking forward to seeing him with a few more seasons left as a Hobbs Eagle. Other scores in the game, 6 for Amron Wheeler coming off the bench for 3 buckets and 5 rebounds, starting to show his presence inside as he spots for different players like Parker Henderson and Turbiatis. Kind of a quiet game for Jay Iris. Only had 2 points in the game, but all those other players stepping up. Can't complain too much. 6 rebounds, though. If he isn't scoring, he's going to get some boards for you like he did in that one. Also, good job off the bench for Amari McGahey. Only had 3 points in the game offensively, but 6 rebounds. So definitely good to see a guard out there also cleaning glass for the Eagles. Josiah Clay with 4 points. He went 1 of 2 from the line, had a tray and 3 rebounds. That's pretty much it for the scoring. Don't see anybody else really that pops out of here. But, Braddock Beatty, sorry, forgot about one of the Beatty brothers there. 6 points. He had a tray, went 1 of 2 from the line and 4 rebounds, and doing a lot of other stuff besides scoring for Hobbs. Definitely playing some defense for the Eagles as well. Hobbs has had to adjust with the foul calls up here in Albuquerque, which is pretty much the same situation with tournaments every year, especially the state tournament. Had to adjust. They've had some foul trouble early, such as Abraham Pena, for example. Beatty got in some foul trouble in some of the games. Henderson, of course, fouled out last night. And also Trey Hutchings coming off the bench. He finished with 4 fouls. So Hobbs really definitely has to watch that and adjust their game as the calls come. Big discrepancy, though, on free throws. That could kind of give you an idea what to deal with. Hobbs was only on the line 4 for 11, so 11 free throw attempts. Their opponent, West Mesa, 22 for 37. So they had 26 more free throw attempts than the Eagles. A lot of the fouls Hobbs did get were legit, of course, but then some tight stuff, too, some little question marks here and there on hand checks, etc. Hobbs definitely tons of free throws given up in that ball game, but still, can you believe that? 21-point win, regardless, having to deal with all that situation. And what about the three-point shooting? 11 trays hit by the Eagles in that game. Again, we already mentioned Pena's 4, but also Peyton Hodge with a couple he had, 3 for Lyric Soria. So all these guys really completing good follow-throughs on their outside shots from the perimeter, getting the job done with the victory. One big sore thumb in the game, though, was turnovers. Hobbs way over the top in terms of numbers of giveaways, a lot of them unforced, 27 in that contest. So that definitely needs to be cleaned up a bit against Highland. Highland, of course, moved to the 4A several years ago, and along with Valley, and those teams kind of been dominating the 4A. They're not going to be a team that you can get a lot of balls given away to because they will put those into scores. So that big win for the Eagles, get them to 13-2 on the season. This will be their 16th game. They'll take on the Highland Hornets at 6-7. Now they're under 500 right now, missing some key players from last year. They had a real good player, Jesus Lacone. He was averaging close to 30 points a game, 28.8 last year. Had 23 in the state championship game. They beat Valley by 1 point at the pit. He had an ACL injury in April, so after the season was completed, hasn't been back yet. They thought he might get back for this APS Metro, but the doctor said to give him 3 more days, which would have been inside the tournament. So they went ahead and we're going to wait till next week, so he didn't get to play at the tourney. But, again, that's 28 points they're missing from this season, but they have a lot of a district schedule left. Also, DJ Spruell, he is out. He had an ankle injury against Atrisco a few games back. He has not played at this tournament as well. But this Highland team definitely has some good players. Last night in the consolation bracket semis, they beat Del Norte, a close game throughout, 51-44, the final in that one. They were actually down by 6 at the half. Outscored Del Norte 33-20 in the second half and 19-8 in the fourth quarter. So definitely dominated late in that one. Owen Ching, 11 points, 2 3-pointers to the name of him in the book. Sebastian Hernandez finished with 9. Juan Limes had 9 points and 6 rebounds, and Trevon Carter ended up with 8. So only one player in double figures, but kind of a arch rival game with those two squads going back and forth in that contest. And in fact, they're going to play again next week against each other, so it's kind of a lackluster situation there. Problem with the game last night for Highland, only shot 36% from the field. They've had some woes on the three-point line, too, and numbers been kind of bad in the last few games. They were 4 of 12 for 33%, so not stroked it the way they like to. It had 26 turnovers. But as we saw in our game, too, last night, sometimes when you get an up-and-down game, a lot of times forced errors come. Guys trying to do too much, being too colorful at points, and end up losing the ball on passes or going to the rack with it. And we had a lot of guys driving that were losing balls behind them, so that's something we can be looking to in this game to clean up. So 26 turnovers for Highland, but they did have 14 steals defensively, which helped their cause. Eagles going to have to also watch out for a sophomore. He is the starter, Jerry Moody. He's one of their leading rebounders. He had 9 boards against Del Norte last night, and he is the team leader with 7.8 a contest. He's that tall kid, 6'8", tallest on the team, although just a youngster, again, a sophomore, so we'll have to watch out for him. Also, another senior likes to rebound, William Hood. He had 6 boards in that game last night. They also beat Albuquerque High 51-50 at this tournament. Juan Lemus, usually one of their top scorers. That game he did produce 13 points and 9 rebounds, close to a double-double. Moody, we just talked about him, the sophomore rebounder, finished with 12 points and 19 rebounds. He definitely can get the glass when need be. So they got the 1-point win. Again, not a great shooting night for the team, 28% from the field. And they were only 2 of 18 from the three-point line. So, again, the outside stroke not looking great for Highland. Their first game of the tournament lost to Cleveland bad by 22, 72-50. Juan Lemus, 27 points, 6 rebounds, and Owen Ching with 11. But again, Jerry Moody, that starting sophomore, 10 rebounds, even though he didn't score very much in the ball game. Once again, 3 of 19 from three-point range. So if this team is forced to shoot the trays, Eagles been ready for some rebounds. Highland versus Hobbs. We'll get back to you in 30 seconds for tip-off. You're listening live to Hobbs Eagle Hoops at the APS Metro Tournament Consolation Championship on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Welcome back to Albuquerque. We're ready for the Consolation Championship here at Rio Grande High School as your Hobbs Eagles take on the Highland Hornets. Hobbs at 13-2 and the Hornets at 6-7. Getting ready for the national anthem here. Caught me off guard, so we will take another 60-second break, make it 90. We'll come back live with more Hobbs Eagle Hoops.
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Both teams get ready to be introduced here at Rio Grande High School in Albuquerque, the APS Metro Tournament Consolation Championship. Your Hobbs Eagles wearing the white uniforms, gold numbers, and Highland is going to be wearing, or correction, let's make that a switch up here. Is it white or black? It is Highland wearing the black uniforms, white numbers, and gold trim. Got the same color coordinates here. The Hobbs Eagles wearing the white uniforms, gold numbers with black trim. So a little bit different on those form there of the black and golds. Starting lineup for the Hobbs Eagles, Braddock Beatty, of course. He's the 6.3 average in this tournament in 3 games and averaging 2.3 rebounds, also has 4 trays. Parker Henderson, he's averaging 10 points a game, 7.6 rebounds here at the APS Metro Tournament. Had those 6 dunks last night and the double-double, 20 points and 10 rebounds. Peyton Hodge averaging 9.3 points a contest here at the APS and has a 2-rebound average on this 4-game set, or 3 games up to this point. Abraham Pena, the team leader here at the APS. He has 15.3 points a game, averaging 3.3 rebounds, and has 6 3-pointers so far. Actually, 6 3-pointers at the tournament. So one of the leaders in that category. Last but not least, Jairus Turbiata is averaging 11 points and 6 rebounds. So those are the 5 starters, the normal ones we've had the last few ball games. And for the Highland Hornets, Sebastian Hernandez, the senior guard at 5'11", he's averaging 6 points in the last 3 games and a 2.3 rebounding average. William Hood, the starter, one of the guards, at 1.6 a game, 3.5 rebounds a contest as well. Owen Ching, one of their top scorers, has averaged 9.6 points here at the tournament and 3 rebounds a game. Has also hit 3 3-pointers throughout the 3 games previous. Juan Limes is their top scorer on the season, averaging 16.3 points during the tournament, 7 rebounds a game, has 2 trays to his name. And last but not least, the sophomore Jerry Moody, the 6'8" post player. He is averaging 6 points, but more importantly for his team, 12.6 rebounds average during each game of the tournament. His big score, or big rebounding number, is 19 in Game 2 of the tourney. So there's your starters, and we're going live here in just a second, as it will be Parker Henderson to jump up. Again, you can pretty much guess it is Jerry Moody, the 6'8" post player. No teams out in the court. Once again, Eagles wearing the white uniforms. Looks like we've had a tech to start the game. I'm guessing that is a book tech, so that'll be the first one against the Eagles in this game. First free throw is up and good. Not the way you want to start. Juan Limas, who's shooting 68% this season, as he makes the first. Second shot is up and good. And by the way, if you're listening to us, which most of you are on the internet, that will be Highland will be the away team. Hobbs, HHS on the scoreboard will be the home team. But on the radio, you're just going to have to listen to my big mouth. 2-0 on the tech to start this game off, as the inbound comes to the backcourt for Highland in the hands of Juan Limas. He spins, goes against Pena up top. Kicks the ball off to the right wing to Hernandez. Kick it over to the left corner. Driving baseline, Limas gets a pass deflected as he tried to wrap around in the lane. Right there, the big man, Parker Henderson, slapping it down to the baseline, helping out Turbiatas on the two-man set defense underneath the hoop. And it will be Highland basketball. They lead early 2-0. On the left baseline is Hernandez. He's waiting a little bit of time. Wrap around to the left corner on the inbound, Limas, and tries to grab Peyton Hodge into him as he did a quick dribble towards the left side of the baseline, and not getting set is Hodge. He gets the foul. So already Eagles with 2 in the books on the bad side. And for Hodge, that's his first. Right back to the left baseline for Hernandez. Sends it back deep, wide open on the left wing is Hood. Hands it off behind to Limas. Dribbles up top. Taking on Hodge to the right elbow. Double team with Pena. Flicks it up top to Ching. Spin move back to the timeline. His pass, he zinged it up that timeline, but it hits the scores table as he tried to get it over to Limas out of bounds. That will be the first turnover for the Hornets. 2-0 though. Eagles' first offensive possession is coming across the timeline is Pena. Pena guarded by Hernandez. Crossover move. He's going to stay out near the timeline. Waits for a screen up top from Turbiatas. Continues down the lane. High arching layup, but air ball. Pulled down on the right block. Now in transition is Limas. Dribbles to the left wing. Stumbles and falls to the floor. No call on the travel. Kick out left corner to Chang, and he nails a tray. 5-0 your score in favor of the Hornets. Early here, 7:08 left first quarter. Consolation Championship on the Hobbs Eagle Network. Payne in the front court, one hand bounce pass to Beatty on the right wing, posting up Henderson right block. Moody right there with the hands stretched out. Kick back to Beatty, NBA 3 right side off the back of the rim. Chasing it down is Henderson with the save, but they're going to say he stepped on that sideline right, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll go back to Highland. Boy, up 5-0 early here. Eagles trying to get their juices going. 1 o'clock start time on this one, of course, and the ladies tonight 4 o'clock as they'll take on Kirtland Central for the championship bracket championship game. Coming across the timeline after the inbound, Hernandez flips it over to Ching on the right wing, dribbles to the free throw line, over to left wing to Limas. Limas swings back to the right, pickpocket, Pena gets it out of his grasp and is going to take it the other way. Second turnover, shot from the free throw line off the back of the rim, no good, but it clanks off 2 of the Highland defenders. Kind of a ricochet action there on Ching, and also, what else did it hit on that bottom part there? It was Sebastian Hernandez as it went off on the right baseline. Eagles to inbound. Hodge will take it in for the Eagles. Puts it back to Henderson on the right wing. Up top to Turbiatas. Coming to get the ball is Hodge in the scores table. Dribbles up top. Gets a screen from Turbiatas. Fadeaway 3. Nothing but net. Hodge with 2 trays last night. Hits one there. Eagles finally on the scoreboard as they're now down 5-3. Shot from the other end at top of the arc by William Hood. Is off the back of the rim and rolls out to the left corner of the baseline, out of bounds. It'll be Hobbs basketball. So a 5-3 game. Once again, if those of you that are listening online that have the scoreboard there, Hobbs High School, HHS is 3, HLH is 5, which is Highland. Both teams starting with 8, so we're kind of dealing with that today. Into the front court, Pena bounces over to Hodge in the left circle, spins around with a ball behind his back, tries to go up with a shot coming down the left pike of the lane and gets swatted. Hands on the basketball by Juan Limas. Ball sails out to the left baseline, but it will be Hobbs' possession underneath their hoop, trailing by 2. Hodge to inbound, chucks it back deep to Turbiatis, top of the circle, fakes an NBA three, kickoff right to Pena. Couple fakes on the tray, drives to the right block, fires up a shot. Nice close jumper on that one, follows through and puts it through the hoop. Pena now with 2 points. Eagles have tied the game at 5. Full court pressure defense being applied. And coming across the timeline down the lane, a floater off the middle of the glass as Hernandez puts it down. As now we're having some issues with our scoreboard here. Bear with me on it. The shot at the other end. Beatty outside the right block. Throws it off the rim. No good. And pulled down hard by Jesus, or make it Sebastian Hernandez. Scores now 7-5. Eagles trailing by 2. Shot from the right wing. Off the dribble. Ching. Couldn't get it to drop. A save in the left corner by Lemus. He's going to hold the ball as Pena comes out on him. Pass to the top of the arc with the dribble coming up top of the circle. Ching sends it back to the right block with a spin by Lemus. Kick out to the right wing. A dribble by William Hood. He's just going to spin around. Gives it up top the circle to Lemus. Drives the lane. Tries a half sidewinder hook. Coming down the lane. Kind of falling towards the hoop. They call the foul. And so that will be a foul on the Hobbs Eagles in the paint. Get kind of aggressive on the D that time. I believe they called that on Hodge. If that's him, that'll be his second. Looks like Coach Ross going to get a couple of subs in here in just a minute as we wait for the first free throw. Bouncing off the back of the rim. Lemus hit his first 2 in the ball game off Tex. Misses that one, now 2 for 3. On the court for the Eagles, Lyric Soria and Amari McGahey. Soria averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds in the tournament. 5 3-pointers to his name so far. Amari McGahey averaging 1 point a game. Had 6 last night in that win over West Mesa. 7-5, winning the second free throw from Lemus. It's up and good. 8-5 your score now. 3 for 4 on the line. 3 points for Lemus. 3-point lead. And coming across the timeline is Soria. Unloads to Pena on the right wing. Looking for some help. Holds the ball for a second. Defender comes right out on him. Gets a screen from Parker Henderson. Drives the lane. Shot from the free throw line. Fade away off the front of the rim. Pulled down on the left sideline by Lemus. That's his third board. Stop and go dribble. Tries to go through 2 Eagle defenders. Picked off by Soria at the top of the arc. Turner number 3. He lost the ball down the lane, but Pena picks it up on the right baseline. Sends it down to Henderson. Double team at the right block. Never really had a grasp on it. The ball gets knocked out of his hands. And it was attacked by Jerry Moody, so it will be Hobbs' ball underneath the hoop on the right baseline. Got McGahey in there, Soria, Henderson, Pena, and Turbiatis. They spread across. Inbound to Turbiatis, had to come back for it right wing. Spots up an NBA 3 and switches it through. Nice stroke for Turbiatis. He had a trade last night against West Mate. No, he did in the game before, I should say, in the third game of the tournament. And we've got a foul on the inbound as Turbiatis gets the tray and ties up the score previous to that. Looks like they got a foul on the hold for the Eagles. That will be their 4th team foul, one away from the bonus situation. Or excuse me, no, they called that against. There was a steal, then the Hornets fouled. So Highland with 4 turnovers, and I put Abraham Pena on the line. Wasn't sure which way they were going to go on that one. Pena up to the charity stripe. Swishes it. Actually made the bucket prior to that. Didn't think they were going to call that a shooting foul. Count it. So he's got 3 points. Pena's shooting 89% this season. It's 11-8. Hobbs Eagles take a 3-point lead for the first time in the ball game. Into the front court on the right wing is Lemus. He'll take a few dribbles up top. Crossover moving from the Hobbs Eagle bench. Now into the timeline. Slings it across court to Hernandez left wing. Hippity hop move. High stroke shot there. Kind of got the hand swooping up on a scoop, and it sails out of bounds. Did hit on the Hobbs Eagle, it appears. Possibly Turbiantis, but it will be on the baseline. Hobbs leading 11-8 by 3. On the right basis, Hernandez underneath the Hornets hoop. Gets it in right corner. Shot on the way for 3 for Garcia off the rim. Rebound by Moody on the right block. Fadeaway jumper. Puts it through on the putback. His first bucket. Now 11-10. 1-point ball game with 3:28 left here in the first quarter of the Consolation Tournament Championship at the APS Metro. In the front court, Pena on the left wing. Gets a screen from Turbiatis. Doesn't use it. Returns it to the timeline to Soria. Over to Amari McGahey on the left wing. Crossover move. Hippity hop down the lane. Pivots on the left elbow. Returns to Pena left wing. In front of the Highland bench. Back to the timeline to Soria. High pass down to Hutchings on the right high post. Outside the paint, up top to Turbiatis, wants another three attempt. This one bouncing off the rim, though. Moody waiting for it, leaps in the air and pulls it off the front of the rim. Second board, pass to the timeline is deflected, but picked up by Hernandez. Sends it down to the right corner. Trey on the way for Lemus off the front of the rim. Ball loose top of the arc and pulled down by McGahey. After 6 rebounds last night, he finds a man open. Pena coming down the left lane, goes high with it, and is bumped into foul as the ball comes off the rim. Eagles will get some more free throws now. Good transition game. Coach Justin Woody was arguing with the official about that one. Thought there was a high stretched out arms on that one. That'll be a foul on the Hornets, their first. As he wait for Pena on the charity stripe. First shot is up off the back of the rim, no good. Pena will get one more. He's now 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Had a 3-point play seconds ago after a steal. And makes the second free throw, now has 4. Score is now 12-10. Eagles taking a 2-point lead. The inbound on a double team, breaking through the 2 defenders was Juan Lemus. He had McGahey on his right shoulder and Soria on the left, so splitting the difference there. Looks like it's going to be called against, I believe, McGahey. No, correction, that's Soria. So Soria picks up the foul. Either one of them could have got hit on that one. That is the first. That'll be the third team foul against the Eagles. Inbound deep to the backcourt near the baseline to Lemus. He'll take on Soria one-on-one. Hobbs up 12-10. Comes across the timeline, stop and go. Lost the ball off his knee, and Soria almost got the strip there. Bounce pass on the left elbow, fumbled by Hernandez. Tries to go back door to Lemus. He fumbles it back to himself on the left block. Double team against him. Pass over to right baseline. Moody throws a rainbow J from 15 off the back of the iron, no good. And Pena ripping it down over 3 defenders that time. They got a rip on his arm, the foul. They call the foul against Juan Lemus, his first, second team foul. Clock stop with 2:16 left here in the first quarter. It looks like a sub coming in for Highland. That'll be Juan Campuzano. Campuzano checking in, first time in the game. He's averaging 5.6 here at the tourney and 5 rebounds a game. Also 3 trays to his name. Bounce pass in the front court to Hutchings on the right wing. Slides it over to Turbiatis, left side of the arc. Dribbles around the right, hand off to Pena. He'll spot up a 3, wide open, and nails it. First tray of the game for Pena. That's the third tray for the Eagles. As Hobbs now with their extension of 15-10, as they have their biggest lead of the game at 5. At the other end, a long pass down the lane, right side, misled by Campuzano, put up by Moody, misses it, touches it back up again, off the back of the rim. 4 rebounds total for Moody, nobody blocking him out. Of course, Parker Henderson's sitting on the bench right now, so he was not there to put a big 7-foot frame on him. But that'll get 2 free throws for Moody. Moody shooting 53% on the season from the charity stripe. And here at the tournament is 2 for 2 perfect and make it 3 for 3 as he makes the free throw. He's got 3 points. Highland now is 4 of 5 for 80% from the charity stripe. Score now 15-11. Hobbs by 4 with 1:46 remaining. Moody's second shot is bouncing off the rim, no good. Pulled down underneath by Hutchings, his first board. He's going to give it off to Pena on the near sideline. And Pena going to slow it down with 1:37. Across the time stripe, throw it up top to Hutchings, jab step. Over to Turbiatis on the left side. He comes up top off the dribble. Hand off to Pena. And Turbiatis was trying to hand it off, and then Hutchings got flattened to the floor. I guess he got knocked down by one of the Highland Hornets. Not sure why they would have done that. There was no really screen being applied. They called the foul against Highland. Juan Campuzano, who had just checked in, that's his third team foul. Both fouls, 3 for each squad. Inbounding on the near sideline is Amari McGahey on the right with a 4-point lead. Gets it into the timeline, but it's stripped away. Sebastian Hernandez goes to the rack and lays it in. He's got 4 points. That'll be the Eagles' first turnover of the ball game. 15-13, 2-point lead for Hobbs, 1:17 left first quarter. Here comes Payton in the front court, underhands it over to the left corner to Soria with against double team pressure, comes down the lane, does a little head fake, throws up a shot, no good. Underneath the hoop for the board is Juan Campuzano. But stolen and laid up and in by Soria on the right glass. Soria's first bucket, that is the 5th turnover for Highland. And then on the full court pressure once again, they get a foul on the Eagles for a slap. I think they're going to have to go to the other end. That might be the 5th foul, as they'll charge that one to Abraham Pena, his first. That is the 5th team foul on the Eagles. And again, last night, boy, lots of free throw opportunities for West Mesa. as they went to the line 37 times, made 22 for 59%. So 22 points on the scoreboard for the Mustangs. Hobbs still won that one by 21. If they would have made those points, they would have won the ball game. Easier said than done. First free throw, bouncing out and in, no good. Problems on the line for Hernandez, his first miss of the ball game. They're now 4 of 7 from the charity stripe. Hornets at the tournament have been averaging 50.6 points a game and giving up 55, so more points scored by their opponents. Second free throw up and good. Score now 17-14, 5 points for Hernandez. 17-14 score, 3-point lead for the Eagles with 55 seconds left in the first. Screen up top from Javen Hernandez, but he slides with the screen. Trying to get around that with Soria. They call the foul on Hernandez. Turns out to be his first personal 16 foul. Double bonus doesn't affect on the screens on the offense. So possible tying possession here for Highland. Down by 3 with 53 left in the opening quarter. The inbound back deep in the hands of Ching. He hands it off to his guard, Hernandez. In the front court, dribbling through his legs against Soria. Unloads to Ching on the left wing. Slings it back to the time stripe to Garcia. Again over to Ching on the left wing, guarded by Soria, driving to the right side of the circle now in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench. They call the check foul. And boy, that's what you're going to see a lot more up here in the north part of the state or central. Lots of check fouls there. Not much of a warning on that one for Soria, as he'll pick up his second, and they will go back to the line. They're getting ready to get a sub in here as well. Looks like Braddock Beatty will check in after the first free throw as Owen Ching steps up. First free throw is up and good. Ching shooting 10 of 19 during the tournament on 3 games, 52%, as he nails the free throw there. Ching will get one more. 4 points for him. 17-15, a 2-point ball game. Second shot is up and good. Ching gets them both. And now just down to 1, the lead for the Eagles. 5 points for Ching. 17-16, 30 seconds left in the quarter. Coming across the timeline, McGahey over to Hernandez on the left wing. Up top to Hutchings, faces the basket, sees who's going to get open for him, and dribbles left, hand off to McGahey, crossover to left elbow, fires up a J, in and out, no good. Had a good look there. Underneath the hoop was Sebastian Hernandez for the rebound. He'll take a drive hard against Hernandez in the backcourt, dribbles behind his back, sends it to the right wing. Garcia comes up top off the dribble and returns to the timeline to Ching. Clock down to 7. Comes down the lane, fakes the pass right, goes up with a scoop shot right side of the rim. Gets it rejected. Hernandez and McGahey kind of converged on him that time. We'll have to wait to see which guy they get it against. That will be a foul for the Eagles, their 7th. So some free throw opportunities here for Ching, who just made 2. He's 2 for 2 on the line. They've had 10 free throws so far, attempts. Made 7 of 10. He misses that one. Does Ching. First miss of the game for him. Has a possibility of tying the score here with 5.3 remaining, as he'll get one more. Second shot is up, and it is good. We are tied at 17. 5 seconds left. Inbound comes into Clay on the near side with 2-1. Top of the arc. 3 at the buzzer. Off the front of the rim. No good. But your Hobbs Eagles and the Highland Hornets are knotted up at 17 at the end of 1 here at the Consolation Championship of the APS Metro Tournament. We'll take a 60-second break and come back live with more Hobbs Eagle Hoops on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Attention oil patch companies. Is your team's safety training ready to go on location? If you need SafeLand, CPR, and H2S training, Cannon Safety is who you need. They'll get you squared away with NCCE ROQs and pipeline training. Cannon Safety has a variety of BW, Honeywell, H2S, and multi-gas personal monitors starting at $99. Nothing is more important than your company's safety. Don't waste any more time. Get a Cannon Safety professional on the job today. Google Cannon Safety Hobbs or call 575-738-0001.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind Big Lots in the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Back here in Albuquerque, the Metro Tournament Championship of the Consolation Bracket. We're all tied at 17. Highland's top scorers, 6 for Ching, 5 for Hernandez. And for your Hobbs Eagles, Abraham Payne was 7. 3 apiece for Peyton Hodge and Javris Turbiatis and Sori with 2. So 3 3-pointers so far for the Eagles. But they're out-rebounded 10-3 in the first quarter. At top of the arc, Pena wants to try to break the tie with the 3 and swishes it through. 10 points for Pena. Had 4 trays last night. The team has 4 in this game. They lead 20-17. At the other end, a 3 attempted. Left corner off the mark. No good by Owen Ching. Put back up on the right block. Moody couldn't get it to drop either. He's fouled going up, it appears. Or did they say he just swat out of bounds? It looks like they're not going to give him free throws. But Moody did get the rebound. His 5th board as he leads Highland, the 6'8" post player. Eagles up 20-17. Inbounding on the left baseline is Carter. Throws it back deep. And it gets knocked out of bounds. The official is going to send it back as it didn't touch anybody. Goes out, so Hobbs basketball, which will go as a turnover. Highland did have 6 turnovers in the first quarter. The Eagles only had 1. So that's a big discrepancy there for the Hornets, although Hobbs only with a 3-point lead was tied at 17 at the quarter. Hobbs only shot 3 free throws so far. They're 2 of 3 thanks to Pena. Beatty gets it down the lane, has Hodge go with the strong, misses off the left rim, gets his own rebound, a fadeaway, gets knocked on his butt and slides backward to the free throw line. He'll get a chance for free throws on that one. His first rebound of the game. He hit a tray in the first quarter. And that'll be a foul on the Hornets. They had 3 in the first quarter. And that puts Hodge on the line to shoot 2. Again, we said Hobbs 2 for 3 from the charity stripe, all from Pena. First shot is up for Hodge off the front of the rim, no good. He'll get 1 more. Hodge here at the tournament on the line has been 2 of 4 before that shot for 50%. His second shot is good. 1 of 2 for Hodge. He's got 4 points. 21-17, Eagles up by 4 with 7:10 left here in the second. Breaking the pressure, weaving through traffic. Hernandez comes down the lane, scoop shot on the right side, and goes up off the glass and good. Hernandez now with 7 points, 21-19. Here come the Eagles. Quickly in the front court. Pena in the right corner gets bumped hard. And, arguing with the official, Sebastian Hernandez said that he was pushed off by Pena first, but Pena took the brunt of it and was knocked backwards. So Hernandez picks up his first personal, second team foul against the Hornets. Coach Woody's going to go to his bench and bring in Gasson Garcia, who is in the first quarter. Inbound to Pena, fadeaway jumper from 15 on the right side, swishes it through. They called a flop warning on Pena. They count the basket first. That means he's got 12. It makes it 23-19. He went down. Looked like there was some contact on that one. Kind of wonder about the warning call on that. Looks like he did get a bump at least. Officials going to the table to make the warning call. One more of those flops would be a tech on the Eagles as a team. That doesn't go against the individual, but the team itself. Hobbs up 23-19. Pena with 12 points, leading the Eagles. Full court pressure, man-to-man inbound. And it brought across the timeline after a pass to Trevon Carter. Tries to go alley-oop backdoor, knocked away by Parker Henderson, and tips it out to Turbiatis over to Beatty on the far left. He comes into the front court. That's another turnover for Highland, their 7th. Over to Turbiatis on the left baseline. Sends it back up top to Beatty to reset. Eagles up by 4. Dribbles right, hand off to Pena. Top of the circle, sliding left and giving it off to Hodge. Hodge comes right, hands it off top to Beatty. Stop and go, bounce pass. Or no, he pulled it out in the last second. Was going to bounce to Pena. Goes to the rack with it and tried to go back door to big man Parker Henderson, but threw it behind him. And luckily was touched by Highland on the near sideline. It got knocked away to the out-of-bounds spot, so Hobbs will get it. As Beatty was going to go line up to throw it in from the right baseline. Instead, you have to move to the sideline. In the front court still. Eagles dodging a bullet on that one. They've only had 1 turnover so far. They post up Henderson on the inbound right block, trying to get his mitts on it, but Moody punches it out to the baseline. Hobbs basketball underneath the hoop. So Eagles really been utilizing Parker Henderson, especially last night, the 20 points and 10 rebounds, posting him up almost every play down the court when they did a half-court offense. Beatty goes backdoor to guess who? Parker Henderson. As soon as I said it, goes up strong with a double-hand dunk over the front of the rim. His first bucket of the ball game. Eagles extend their lead to 6. Their biggest of the contest here in the second quarter, 25-19. 6:05 left in the second. Moody on the right wing gets a pass in the front court in front of the Hobbs bench. His pass deflected up top, chased down to the timeline by Ching. He tries the right lane, tries to pass down low. As he passes it, made it look like he was shooting. Got the referee to bite on the far sideline in front of the Hobbs bench. Coach Ross slapping himself in the face with his hands. Boy, what a fake on that one. That kid was not shooting. He was passing and then made it look like it. Looked like a flop in the air that time. They call the foul on the Eagles. And that'll be their second here in the second. Inbound up top to Moody. Handed off top of the arc as well to Ching. Underhands it over to Hood on the left wing. Good defense by Beatty right with him. Sliding to the top of the circle. Unloads the pass to Kampuzuna. Down to the left corner to Garcia. He's going to go on the near sideline to Ching. Ching is going to drive baseline, throw up a lefty hook. I think they're going to call the foul on the ground, though, on the push on the hip. They charge that to the Eagles. Peyton Hodge, his third team foul. And it will be Highland basketball on the left baseline. Luckily, they didn't count the bucket on that one. A little late after the foul. Hodge will have to take a seat. Coming back for the Eagles, Amari McGahey. Hobbs up 25-19. 5:40 left second quarter. They sling it back up top to Moody on the inbound. Gives a handoff to Lemus. Takes a lefty dribble. And getting reddened again. They call another hand check foul. This against McGahey. So once you get a sub in there, refs go right back to calling it tight. And McGahey has his first. Both teams look like they have 3 fouls on the board now. They had some problems with the clock and the scoreboard here. They keep changing digits. So they inbound deep to Moody at the time stripe as he'll hand it off to Lemus. To the right elbow, comes down the lane, tries to go back door to Moody. It's stolen away by Pena. That's turnover number 8. Throws it up to a breaking Beatty's putting off the right glass in the layup. Count it for Beatty. He's got his first bucket. 27-19. Eagles by 8, their biggest lead. Coming down the lane at the other end, reverse layup. Hits the side of the backboard for Lemus. Chased down to the left corner, though, for Campuzano. Cross court right corner to Lemus. Lemus going to drive Turbiatis to the baseline. Right shot, block, and throws it off the glass for 2. That's Lemus' 5th point of the ball game. 27-21. Hobbs by 6. Here comes Payne in the front court. Man-to-man defense. Screen from Turbiatis left side. Drives the lane. Tries a little windmill layup on the left side off the rim. Then pulled down by Moody underneath the hoop. His 6th board. Goes it long, deep to the right baseline. Lemus goes to the rack. It's pinned on the glass by Parker Henderson. He got the ball, but I don't know where the foul came. The referee had it, and Coach Ross is livid. He can't believe they called the foul. All there was a pin on the bottom of the backboard. The low shot that time. As Henderson will pick up the foul, his first. 14th foul on the Eagles. Now they're saying it's 5. They had 3 up there a second ago. Boy, first free throw is up and good. As putting it through the hoop is Lemus. He is now 4 of 5 from the stripe for 6 points. Now 27-22. Hobbs by 5. Second attempt here coming. Is up and good. Got them both. Did Lemus. 7 points for him. 27-23. Inbound coming into Payne in the backcourt. Hobbs by 4. Consolation Championship live. Cool 95.7. HobbsAmerica.com YouTube. The Cool 95.7 Facebook page. Up top to Beatty. Hand off to McGahey. Coming on the left side of the lane. Finds Turbiatis left corner for 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Ripped down in the left block for Highland by Juan Lemus. He'll dribble into the front court, weaving through traffic. Reverse layup right side, misses, but tipped back up over the front of the rim with 2 hands by Moody. 5 points and 7 rebounds. It's 27-25. Hobbs by 2. In the front court, Beatty fakes the handoff, dribbles around the left circle, gives it to Pena behind him in front of the Highland bench. Clock to 4:10 left first half. Eagles by 2. Crossover move going through his legs against the defensive Garcia near the scorer's table. Gets a screen from Parker Henderson. We got a whistle on the other side of the court on the right side, pointing down towards the hoop, the official. They're going to get the foul against Highland. The body foul looks like. And that'll go against Gacine Garcia, his first. That'll be the 3rd team foul against the Hornets. Eagle basketball near the scorer's table on the left sideline, right next to the Highland bench, leading by 2. Inbounding will be McGahey. Pena comes to get the ball right next to him. Throws it up top to Turbiatis. Hand off to Pena on the right circle. And they call the reach on the handoff. Wow, we have got very close calls on both sides now. Boy, everything's being called. Just a little touch of the arm is going to get you whacked. Might be a sensor on people's arms out there. They call the foul on Juan Campuzano, his 2nd. That's the 14th foul against the Hornets. Inbounding from the right side. Back to Pena on the time stripe. He spins with the dribble. Crossover to his left hand. Top of the circle. Screen from Turbiatis. Jumps out left, does Pena. Jump stop, hands it off to Soria. Screen from Turbiatis against a double team. Finds McGahey on the right wing. Eagles by 2 still. Back to Soria on the near sideline. Gives to McGahey right corner. Posting up. Parker Henderson fumbled the ball in the lane. Taken away by Highland. That's the Eagles' 2nd turnover. Into the front court to the right wing is Campuzano. Kicks it to the left elbow. Shot. Fade away. They're going to call the foul. Ball went off the rim. Lemus trying to push it through on the shot put from the left elbow. They're going to say holding his arm was Amari McGahey. His second. That will be the 16th foul on the Eagles. Still a double bonus. And going to be trying to tie it on the line. Lemus, he's been there 6 times and converted 5 of those. First shot is up and good. Lemus came in shooting 68%, has made his last 4 free throws, has 8 points. He's the leader for Highland, 7 for Hernandez, and for your Eagles, 12 for Pena, 4 for Hodge, and 3 for Turbiatis. Second shot, kind of a fade on the free throw there for Lemus. He got all 4 free throws here in the second quarter, and that will be a tie ball game, 27 all. Timeout on the court for the Eagles to discuss offensive strategy. 3:34 left, second quarter. We're tied at 27. The Consolation Championship live here in Albuquerque at Rio Grande High School. Back in 30 seconds.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Tied here at 27 in Albuquerque. Ty Friend here with you. Manuel back at the station. Boy, real tight ball game for the Consolation Championship. Remember, these tournaments, you lose your first game, you got to keep battling. I mean, it's kind of bad that teams that lose their first game don't have a chance to be in the championship still, but both these teams are very quality squads. Of course, Highland been 1-2 in the 4A last couple of years. And, of course, the Hobbs Eagles at number 2 currently in the Max Preps poll. Got 3:34 left here in the second. Big difference in free throw attempts, too. 16 so far attempted by Highland and just 5 for the Eagles. 12 of 16. Hornets have gotten 12 points off of it, and Hobbs 3 of 5, 60%. Inbound comes to Pena in the backcourt. Tied ball game. Bring it across with 3:30 remaining here in the second. Slows it down. Bodies are slamming against each other. The screen attempt there. DeSori on the right wing. Screen from Hutchings, drops his defender, throws it up top to Turbiatis. Kick it left side. Clay's going to spot up a 3 himself, but swishes it. Kind of a flat shot that time, but he puts it through the hole. Eagles have 5 trays and now lead 30-27. Coming up the court, looks like we got a foul call. Another little hip check going on for the Eagles as they call that against Josiah Clay, his first 17th foul. Every foul is going to be a double bonus, so Hobbs is going to have to pull off, and Coach Ross is just hoping to get to halftime so he can get that foul count back to 0. As back on the line goes Juan Lemus, making himself a house, though, the real estate agent. He's 7 of 8 from the charity stripe. Free throw up and good. And he's made his last 6 free throws. Has 13 points. 8 of those from the line. 30-28. Second shot is up and good. Lemus gets both of them. 30-29 the score now. Once again, 6 free throws in a row here in the second quarter for Lemus, and has 11 points, leading Highland. 30-29, Eagles by 1. Asoria brings it across the time stripe. Bounce it off to Pena in front of the Highland bench. Left, drives baseline through 3 defenders. Scoop on the glass left side. Talk about weaving action. Throw it in for 2 there. Goes Pena. He's got 14 to lead the Eagles. 32-29, going to the other end. Pass down to Moody, left block. Kick out left corner. 3 shot on the way. Air ball by French. He got away with a flop there, too. Soria gets a rebound now in the front court. Goes over to Hutchings, left wing. Fade away. 3 off the glass. Beautiful bank shot for Mr. Hutchings. He throws the 3 signal up in the air to the Highland fans. And Hutchings with his first bucket. 6 trays for the Eagles. And there's a timeout on the court for Highland. Hobbs back up to a 6-point lead. It's been as big as 8 here in the first half. 35-29. Eagles on a little run here in the second quarter. We're coming back with you with more Hobbs Eagle Metro Tournament basketball in Albuquerque in 30 seconds.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Hobbs Eagles lead 35-29 here in Rio Grande High School for the Consolation Championship of the APS Metro Tournament. I better get my points updated here. Sorry about that. Those of you watching or listening on the internet. 35-29, a 6-point lead. Eagles playing some tough defense at half court, and there's a deflection on the pass to the timeline, booted out by the Hornets. Nice D for Pena and Soria, the 1-2 combination defensively. That's going to be the 9th turnover for Highland, just 2 for the Eagles. So taking control of the basketball, Hobbs once again inbound to the backcourt up the far left sideline. Pena will have some time to bring it across, leading by 6. Gives it off to Clay on the right wing. Dribbles behind his back, comes back top of the arc with a double screen, doesn't use him. Sends it over to the left side to Soria. NBA 3 for the Highland bench, and the sophomore nails it. He had 3 last night. That's his first tray of this game. 7 trays for the Eagles, who now lead 38-29. Biggest lead of the game. A 3 at the other end, off the mark by Ching from the left side, but scoop back up on the rebound, no good. Moody gets the board on the right side, and he tries to throw it up, can't get it to drop. We got a big battle going on. A bunch of guys reaching for the basketball. That was the 8th rebound for Moody, and then they call a flop on the warning to Ching. Late call on that one. They finally get it signaled, and he's looking at the official saying, hey, I got fouled. He definitely crumpled up there on the left side of the perimeter. So that'll be a warning against the team, not the player. Anybody else does a flop in this game, that will be a tech. 38-29, the Eagles had their biggest lead here in the first half. Some big trays being dropped by Pena. He had a couple. One for Soria as well as Clay and Hutchings and Turbiata's all getting one apiece. So after the warning, they go back to the arrow. That's how they deal with the warnings. It will be Highland basketball, right baseline underneath their hoop. Go back door on the inbound to Lemus. Backs it out and throws up a shot over the front of the rim. Thought he was going to go out of the lane that time. It's now 38-31. Hobbs has the ball with 1:41 remaining. 13 for Lemus to lead the Hornets. Bounce pass to Payne in front court, right ring. Dribbles to 15 and fires up to Jay and puts it through. He's got 9 in the second, 16 overall. Now 40-31. Hobbs up by 9 again. At the timeline, putting on the brakes, Hernandez gets a great pressure by Soria. Unloads to the left wing to Lemus. He drives the lane at the free throw line. Bounce pass back up top to Hernandez. Send it down to the right corner to Ching. Ching will dribble back to the timeline and underhands it to Hernandez. Stop and go dribble to the right wing. Underhands over to Lemus. He fires up a 3 off the side of the rim. And a shot from the right block on the putback. A sidewinder hook for Ching. Count it. And the foul. 8 points for Ching and a rebound. They get the foul on the Eagles with a push in the back. I believe that's against Josiah Clay, his second 18th foul against Hobbs. So we've had double bonus for quite a bit of this second quarter. And checking in for Highland will be Juan Campuzano. 40-33 score, 7-point Eagle lead with 1:03 left in the second. So one opportunity here for Ching. He is 3 for 4 for 75% so far. Shot is up, and it is good. 9 points for Ching. It's 40-34. 6-point lead for the Eagles. 1 minute left in the second quarter. Coming across the timeline is Pena. Wraparound pass over to guard to make it Soria on the right wing. Gets a screen from his teammate Hutchings. Misses it off the front of the rim off the 3. Rebound by Hutchings. Kick it back to Pena on the right block. He tries a little windmill action on 2 defenders. Got bodied up by 2 defenders down there. Juan Campuzano and Moody. I believe Moody's the one that threw the hip at the last second, though. And that will be a chance for 2 free throws for Abraham Pena. He is 2 for 3 on the line here in this game for 66%. He's the only other one besides Hodges had a chance to shoot free throws. First free throw up and good for Pena. He's got 10 in this second quarter, 17 overall. Coming into the final game of the tournament was 8 of 9 in 3 games from the free throw stripe, averaging 15.3 points a game and 3.3 rebounds. Had 6 trays, and they'll add 2 more to that tonight or today for 8 total. This one in and out on the second. Pulled down by Moody. He's got 9 boards. 41-34 your score here late in the second. 38 seconds remaining. Coming across the timeline is Lemus. One hands over to right wing to Hernandez. Backs it out to the timeline, guarded by Soria. Keeps it on the timeline to Ching on the pass. Returns again to Hernandez. Dribbles top of the arc. Finds Ching on the left wing. Underhands it back to Hernandez at the time stripe. Back over to Lemus far right in front of the Hobbs bench. Double team. Beating the pressure, Clay, and Sorry to the free throw line with a big jump stop. Sends it to the left wing to Hernandez, weaving through traffic to the free throw line. Up top to Lemus. Goes back door to Moody with one dribble. Is rejected by Hutchings. He slammed the ball hard up in the air. They call the foul. Hutchings didn't like the call, and Coach Ross is beside himself. A lot of close calls on fouls on blocks in this first half and some hand checks. They might have called a tech on this. Both teams are clearing the court. At least the lane. They're having officials having a discussion here. Definitely a foul on Hutchings. The question is what happened after that. First on Hutchings, 19 foul. So two officials having a discussion here. A real tall guy and a real short guy, the two refs. So they do call the block. I'm waiting to see what the second call is, though. You clear the lane. Yep, there is a tech. Not quite sure. I know Hutchings was not too happy about the block call on the shot there, so I'm kind of guessing it might have been against him. Hate to say that, but he's looking pretty dejected right now. That's 2 on Hutchings, and that'll put Moody on the line to shoot the free throws first for the shot that he had. Up and good. He's got 6. 41-35 now. Gets a big swat on the butt by Sebastian Hernandez, who runs from half court to give support to his 6'8" post player. One more for Moody. 2 of 3 from the line in this one, and nails the second. He's got 7. 41-36, and now the tech's coming. That's the second tech of the game for the Eagles. They had a book error to start the game, so 2 free throws started it. That was Lemus, who's now back on the line again. He's made 6 free throws in a row here in the second quarter. As soon as I said that, good hex as he misses that one. He's had 11 free throw attempts, made 9 of 11 so far, and makes his second. He's got 14 points, 11 here in the second quarter. 41-37 the score after 2 made free throws by Lemus. Hobbs by 4. They're still holding on to the lead with all these free throw opportunities for Highland. 9 seconds remaining in the second. The inbound deep to the baseline. It'd be chased down by Lemus. Clock to 7. Guarded by Pena. Comes across the middle of the court. Shoves Pena back. No call. Comes down the lane. Finds Moody in the left corner. Flat on his back right now. Underneath the hoop was Sorey, who took a charge after that play was coming down the lane. That'll be a foul against Lemus, his second, and the 15th foul. It won't be a shooting situation, unfortunately, which is an offensive charge. Then a player tried to run on the court on the substitution. They had to send him back. Juan Capizano, real eager to get on the court with 1.7 left. Eagles have it on their baseline of the backcourt, so they got to go the distance. Sorey's going to chuck it across half court. High in the air, it deflects off a Highland player and rolls out to the baseline. That's a big boost for the Eagles because they're going to get the ball underneath their hoop at the other end. So a touch there by Highland. They're arguing with the officials saying they didn't touch it, but they're going to have Hobbs basketball. So better position now underneath their hoop. Up by 4. Like to extend the lead here at the half. Coming up, 1.1 second remaining. It's Jeremy Sorey, his dad. Let's talk about Lyric Sorey to inbound. He goes back door to Payne, who gets bumped. Stolen before the buzzer, and that 3-quarter court shot's going to be no good. So the Eagles end up on a turnover in the second quarter. Hobbs holding on to a 4-point lead here at the half, 41-37. Here in the Consolation Championship of the APS Metro, Highland is the trailer by 4. We will take a 3-minute break, come back with all the numbers. You're listening live to Hobbs Eagle Hoops on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
Badger, the largest hydrovac and excavation company in New Mexico and Texas, is hiring. CDL drivers start at $27 per hour, plus all major benefits for you and the family, and a 401k. Apply today at 2814 West County Road in Hobbs. Badger is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Attention oil patch companies. Is your team safety training ready to go on location? If you need safe land, CPR, and H2S training, Cannon Safety is who you need. They'll get you squared away with NCCE ROQs and pipeline training. Cannon Safety has a variety of BW, Honeywell, H2S, and multi-gas personal monitors starting at $99. Nothing is more important than your company's safety. Don't waste any more time. Get a Cannon Safety professional on the job today. Google Cannon Safety Hobbs or call 575-738-0001.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind Big Lots in the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back to Albuquerque. Your Hobbs Eagles leading 41-37 here in the Consolation Championship of the APS Metro Tournament. Ty Friend here with you, and Manuel back at the station. Don't forget, later today, your Hobbs Lady Eagles playing for the District Tournament Championship. That'd be nice, too. But the APS Metro Tournament Championship, as they'll take on Kirtland Central. Pregame show will be 3:45 and the tip-off at 4 o'clock. That game being played at La Cueva High School. Again, Kirtland Central and the Hobbs Lady Eagles. That'll be on our sister station, the Eagle, 100.5, and also on the internet, HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. So you definitely have an opportunity to catch two games for free as usual. Let's look at the numbers in the first half. First of all, for the Highland Hornets, again, they're trailing by 4 to the Eagles. Juan Lemus leading with 14 points. As we mentioned throughout most of that second quarter, he had 8 free throws, went 7 of 8 in the second, and had 4 free throws in the first quarter. So 12 total free throw opportunities. He has made 10 of 12 in the first half, so 10 of his 14 points on the line. Lemus also with 4 rebounds. Nobody else in double digits for the Hornets, although Owen Ching getting close. He has 9 points. 1 tray to his name, and I believe that's the only tray for Highland in the first half. Yep, that's the case. Ching also has been on the free throw line 5 times and converted 4 of 5 for 80%. Sebastian Hernandez was 7 points. He went 1 of 2 from the line, had 2 rebounds. Jerry Moody, that big 6'8" post player, had 7 points. He went 3 of 4 from the charity stripe for 75% and had 9 rebounds, so he's getting close to a double-double. So only 4 scores in the first half. Again, Lemus leading with 14, 9 for Ching, 7 apiece for Hernandez and Moody. Top rebounder in the first half, Jerry Moody with 9. They've had a total of 9 turnovers, which have been kind of a downfall for Highland, although they've scratched their way back into this game. We're actually tied 17 all at the end of the first quarter. And for your Hobbs Eagles, leading scorer is Abraham Pena with 17 points, 10 of those coming in the second quarter. He did have 5 free throw attempts and converted on a total of 3 of those for 60%. 1 rebound for Pena. And again, he's hit 2 of the Hobbs Eagles' 7 3-pointers in the first half. Nobody else close to double digits. Lyric Story hit a tray. He had 5 points. It was Peyton Hodge with a tray plus 1 for 2 free throws, shooting for 4. Only 2 players have actually been on the line. That was Pena and Hodge. Josiah Clay hit a tray for 3. Trey Hutchings a tray for 3 and 2 rebounds. And Jairus Turbiatis also hit a tray. So the Eagles have had a total of 6 players, at least 1 or more 3-pointers in the first half. Braddock Beatty finished with a bucket for 2 points. So Hobbs with also 7 scores in the first half compared to just 4 for Highland. Again, Eagles with 7 3-pointers, 1 for the Hornets. Hobbs has only had 3 turnovers in the first half, but they have been dealing with some fouls. In fact, they've got several guys in foul trouble. Lyric Story with 3, Amari Begehe 3, and Peyton Hodge with 3. So those guys got to be careful. 18 fouls in the first half for the Hobbs Eagles, and just a total of 10 for Highland. So 8 more fouls called against the visiting Hobbs Eagles. Again, it was 17-17 in the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, Hobbs managing 24 points in the second and just 20 for Highland. So they got a 4-point add-on there, and they have that 4-point lead here at the half, 41-37. This is the Consolation Championship at the APS Metro Tournament. Time for in here in Albuquerque. We'll be back in 1 minute for second half action. You're listening live to Hobbs Eagle Hoops on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
Badger, the largest hydrovac and excavation company in New Mexico and Texas, is hiring. CDL drivers start at $27 per hour, plus all major benefits for you and the family, and a 401k. Apply today at 2814 West County Road in Hobbs. Badger is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
We start the third quarter here in Albuquerque at Rio Grande High School, the Consolation Championship. Hobbs leading 41-37 over Highland, the 4A squad, and the Eagles the 5A. Pena going to shoot a 3 to start the third. Off the front of the rim, though, good. Left block rebound by Sebastian Hernandez, his third of the ball game. Outlet to the far side. No, he actually keeps it. I thought he was going to pass it off there. Hernandez gets to the left wing off the dribble in front of the Highland bench. Holds up the dribble now, and good D by Turbiatis. Bad pass to half court, picked away by Peyton Hodge. Turnover number 10. He goes to the rack with a little finger roll on the right side and puts it through. Pickpocket Hodge on that one. He's got 6 points. Eagles up 43-37. The pass to half court, getting across is Ching on the right wing. Pivots and hands it off to Hernandez. Keeps it on the near right sideline with a couple of dribbles. Backs it out to the time stripe against Pena. Crossover move to his left hand. And they got a 5-second violation. Pena's D just kind of lulled him to sleep there. The Hornets now with 11 turnovers, 2 unforced errors here in the third quarter. And Turbiatis telling his teammates, including Parker Henderson, just calm down. He had both of those hands kind of pushing down towards the court to try to keep themselves in a good momentum here, up by 6. Into the front court comes Braddock Beatty. Sends it over to Hodge on the right wing in front of the Hobbs bench. Throws a one-hand pass to the right base to Parker Henderson. Backdoor to Pena with two hands. Double clutch off the left glass. He's got 19. 45-37. Eagles by 8. They had a 9-point lead in the first half. Driving hard into the other end of the court. Hernandez gets it off to the right corner to Ching. Ching bobbles it as he got to the free throw line. Touch it back to the right wing to Hernandez. A fadeaway three and puts it through. 10 points for Hernandez. It's now 45-40. That's only the second tray of the game for Highland. 7 for the Eagles, all coming in the first half. 45-40 Hobbs. Henderson gets a pass, top of the arc, sends it over to Turbiantes, left wing. He'll just hold it, try to get some rotation in the paint. Dribbles right, hand it off to Hodge. Top of the circle, comes right after a screen from Turbiantes. Jump stop, and cross-courts it over to the left side to Pena. Crossover move. He's going to fire for three from the left and swishes it through the net. Boy, I don't know what happened to Gaucine Garcia's defense. He got shredded by Pena with 22 points now. Score is now 48-40. Eagles in the big lead. That's the 8th tray of the game for Hobbs. Into the front court. Crossover move for Garcia. Drives the lane. Lost the ball, though. Coming from behind. Beatty got beat on the first step, but saw the ball out ahead and just punched behind the back of Garcia. Knocked it out to the baseline. Kind of a recovery move there for Braddock Beatty. 8-point Eagle lead. Left baseline underneath the hoop is Garcia to get it in for Highland. Bounces it to the right base to Hernandez. Drives the lane. Comes to the hoop. Throws up a shot. Bottom of the rim. No good. Rebound for Parker Henderson. His first board. And gets it up court to Turbiantes. Drives the left lane. No look pass to Hodge in the left corner. They call the charge, though, after Turbiantes let loose of the pass to Hodge in the left corner. Ran over the top of Ching. So Turbiantes now with his first foul. So the Eagles had some problems with fouls in the first half. They had 18 in the first half. Now make it 19 with that one there. Turbiantes again his first. Also a turnover. That'll be number 4 for the Eagles. Crossover move into the front court. Juan Lemus had 14 points in the first half. The Highland leader. 48-40 Eagles, though. Comes to the right side against the defensive Hodge. Backs it out. Clock down to 5:20. Slides in the lane. Tries a hook shot with his left. Blocked by big man Henderson. Loose on the floor. We got bodies all over the top of it. A couple of blue jerseys and a Hobbs Eagle diving on the floor as well. On his stomach was Peyton Hodge. Looks like the arrow's going to go for Highland. They'll retain possession in the paint. We'll have it on the baseline. Eagles with that 22 for Pena currently, way ahead of his teammates. The next closest guy is 6 for Peyton Hodge, who just scored here in the third. And for Highland, their leading scorer 14 for Lemus, 10 for Hernandez. Looks like we have an injured player, possibly an ankle problem here on the left ankle. He's going to have to be helped off the court from the free throw line. That was a Sebastian Hernandez. Get some help from the bench. We'll keep it right here. So be having Hernandez helped off the court, but Highland will have the ball on the left baseline underneath their hoop, trailing 48-40. Eagles came in 13-2, and Highland at 6-7, under 500, missing their best player from last year, Jesus Lacone, who had 28.8 average last year, went down with an ACL injury in April. He'll be back next week, so he's missed the whole tournament and the season so far. Inbound is taken away by Braddock Beatty. That'll be turnover number 12. The pass up ahead to Pena, trying to go up and dunk it, and the foul. Ball gets knocked off the rim. Now we're going to see if they're going to count this or not. Yes, they are. I wasn't sure if they're going to call that a completed dunk. He got over the rim, tried to extend his hands over the iron, close to not being a dunk. I mean, he just got the extension with the fingertips there, but count the basket for Pena. So that goes to 50-40. Biggest lead of the game for the Eagles now is 10. And awaiting that free throw from Pena. 24 points for him. He is 2 for, make it 3 of 5. Misses the free throw, but chased down by Peyton Hodge on the left side. Hodge with his second rebound, gives to Pena at the top of the arc, dribbles in the lane in traffic, gets 3 defenders, misses the scoop, but tipped back up and in by Parker Henderson off the right glass. He's got 4 points and 2 rebounds, and now Highland wants to talk about it. Boy, Coach Woody is not happy. Team kind of walked off the court on the timeout. He was screaming at him. Hobbs up by 12, their biggest lead. A big hurrah coming from the bench for the Eagles. Up by 12, 4:58 left, third quarter. The Consolation Championship live on HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and Cool 95.7 back in 30.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Tuesday night, boy, another road trip heading to Las Cruces. Of course, the team the Eagles beat at the Hobbs Holiday Tournament to start it off, 74-35, so kind of a rubber match game there heading to Las Cruces on Tuesday. We'll have that game live as usual. Get back to live action here as the Eagles playing some defense, man-to-man full court. Inbound comes to Lemus after a Highland timeout. Hasn't scored yet in the third. Gets bumped by Payne, no call. Drives the lane. Bounce pass to Moody on the right base. Comes into the paint on the right block off the dribble. Fires it up top to Campazano to the left corner. Three on the way for Hernandez off the side of the rim. Chased down though on the left elbow by Campazano. Pivots and gets it back out left wing to Hood. Back to the timeline to Campazano. Unloads the ball to the right wing to Carter. Carter with a hippity hop jump stop to the right elbow. Lost the ball. Got a tip back by Henderson. He tries to drive it to the rack off the deflection, and then Henderson, they're going to call a body foul. They're going to stay on the floor, though. So they call that on Parker Henderson, his second. That'll be the first team foul on the Eagles here in the third quarter. Inbound from the left baseline. Coming in with it is Carter. He'll have to send it back deep. Moody jumps up with his 6'8" frame to pull it down on the far left sideline. Up top to Lemus. Lemus unloads to the right wing to Campazano. Slides right, then kicks it back up top to reset to Hood. Over to left wing. Lemus falling down is able to keep the dribble alive, and they're going to say he carried the basketball. Good D by Braddock Beatty on that one, which will be another turnover for Highland. They've had some issues with that. 13 total turnovers for them, 4 for the Hobbs Eagles, who lead by 12. And they already started running the clock here. It's not mercy rule yet. Inbound to Beatty in the backcourt. Slides to the right, gets a screen from Henderson, unloads to Pena. Got Mitch too much colorful with that dribble with the crossover move and lost it off his knee. Coach Ross steps over there and tells him, hey, we just need some nice old school passing here. Let's not put on a show too much. That'll be the 5th Eagle turnover. Into the front court, dribble and shot from the left elbow by Campazano off the rim, no good. Moody gets a rebound. He's got 10 boards now. We got a foul before he could go back up with it. Calling it pretty tight there. I think they called that on Henderson again. So that's his third personal. Second team foul, make it third team foul against the Eagles. So Henderson will have to take a seat with those 3. And it'll be Highland basketball on the baseline. They'll go back door, going up strong with it. Missing the shot on the right glass is Campazano. Long rebound for Turbiatis. He'll take it to the rack on the left side with the finger roll and puts it through. So Turbiatis putting it through for 2. He's got 5 points, 54-40. Quickly to the other end, losing the ball at the free throw line, being stripped. Turbiatis takes it away from Lemus, goes into Payne, who tried to dunk it from the right side. Couldn't get it to go down. And a rebound on the far left sideline. Pulled down for the Hornets by Campazano, his 4th. Dribbles into the front court on the right wing. Pivots, throws it up top to Carter. Touch pass to the left corner to Hood. Thought about a 3, but getting out there quickly is Beatty on D. Trying to post up Moody on the left baseline. They're calling a hand check foul from behind. Pretty close call on that one. I think that's going to go against Amron Wheeler, who's been in for just a few seconds. That's his first. 14th foul against the Eagles. That'll be 22 fouls in this ball game. Inbounding again from the left baseline, Trevon Carter. Hobbs up by 14. Eagles getting everybody covered pretty well. Carter's having some problems finding somebody. Has to chuck it high in the air back to the timeline left, and pulling it down after jumping for it was Ching. Gives it off to Lemus in front of the Highland bench, left wing. Guarded closely by Turbiatis. Stop and go dribble, head fake. Scoop shot rejected by Turbiatis. Rebound by Peyton Hodge underneath the hoop, his 3rd board. He'll take the dribble one-on-one against Carter at the timeline, beats him coming down the lane. Shuffle pass down to Amron Wheeler. Fade away from the right block. Got knocked to the floor on his derriere. And a foul. Moody was out of position that time. Just kind of fell into him. So that'll be a Moody foul. His second. Not in a good Moody after that one. So 2 for Amron Wheeler. Wheeler at the tournament in terms of free throws. 0 for 1. He had 1 shot last night against West Mesa. Had 6 points, though. In and out on the free throw, though. Trying to get in the scorebooks here. Wheeler came into this contest, or this this game tonight, 0 for 7. So this would be his first free throw make of the season if he can convert this second one, as they're kind of just rolling off those rims, and makes his first free throw of the season there, 55-50. Big shot there for Wheeler. 55-40, excuse me. That's a 15-point lead, the biggest of the game for the Eagles. 2:50 left, third quarter. Having some trouble in the traffic is Turbiatis playing D. Ball loose at the timeline, gets stripped. And going to the floor, looks like they call a foul on Pena trying to get it away from the guard. That was Curtis Ryan. He went down to the floor and got kind of swept over. So Pena is going to get the check foul there. Pena's second. 15 foul, double bonus the rest of the quarter for Highland. 23 fouls so far in this game for Hobbs. On the line is Curtis Ryan, yet to score, shooting 75% on the season. Sophomore point guard. Shot is up and good, a swish. Makes it 55-41, 14-point ball game. First free throw attempt in the second half for Highland. Again, first half, they were 18 of 23 for 78%. So things are kind of drying out just a bit on that line for the Highland Hornets. One more shot coming here from Ryan. Trying to get his second point of the ball game, and in and out, no good. Pulled down on the right block for Amron Wheeler, his first board. Sends it to the near side to Soria. Touch pass to Pena down the front court. Coming down the middle of the lane. Tries a wraparound to Wheeler in the right corner, but it's knocked out. But they're going to say, thought there was a touch on that one by Highland, but I guess it didn't touch Owen Ching. So it'll be a turnover for the Eagles. They're sixth in the ball game. 55-41, Eagles by 14, 2:30 left in the third. Pass comes across the timeline to French, right wing, drives the lane, puts on the brakes, middle of the paint, kicks it to the free throw line. Shot with the fadeaway for Carter off the back of the rim. Wheeler tries to pull it down on the baseline, and it looks like it will be, they're going to say it hit the line before Wheeler had it, so it will be Hobbs basketball. Josiah Clay is going to check in for Coach Ross and the Eagles. Also, Amari McGahay taking a seat, Turbiatis and Beatty. Eagles match man-to-man, 2-1-2 full court pressure for Highland. Surrey gets the inbound from the half court, throws it cross court right to Clay. He tries to zing it down the lane. It has to be saved by McGahay, but his foot was on the line, so another turnover for the Eagles. McGahay did a good job of trying to track that overthrown pass. 7 turnovers for the Eagles. Of course, they had some problems last night with 27, so definitely ugly. The game before that, back on Thursday night, was only 9. So kind of up and down for the Eagles with the turnovers in this tournament, but up by 14 here. 2:08 remaining. Driving the full distance as Hernandez goes to the rack, goes up a high rainbow layup on the right side, got knocked to the floor and somersaulted to the baseline. Actually, that was Sebastian Hernandez as they get the foul on the Eagles. I believe they got that on Hutchings, who just checked in. That's his third. 6-team foul. Double bonus steal for Hernandez. That was a shooting foul regardless. 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, has 10 points. First free throws off the front of the rim, no good. He will get one more. Hobbs at this tournament been averaging 68 points a ball game, 13 away from that right now, and only giving up 55. And Highland is 14 points away from that number at this point. Highland been averaging 50.7. Not there yet, and giving up 55, which is what Hobbs has right now. Second free throw, no good. Rebound for Amron Wheeler, as Wheeler has his second board of the game. Back deep to Soria. 2-1-2 full court trap. Bounce pass far left to McGahay. Still in the backcourt. Gives it back to Soria, far right sideline. Now across the time stripe. Cross court left to Clay, but overthrows him. Out of bounds on the left sideline. And that Eagles now having some problems with turnovers in a row. 8 total in the ball game. Doesn't sound too bad at this point, but a 14-point cushion on the scoreboard. Substitution back on the court. Juan Lemus coming in for his teammate Lennon French. Into the front court, Hernandez with the crossover move to the right elbow. Kick it right to Lemus, who just checked in. Air ball on the 3. Hutchings just waiting for it, jumping forward high on the rebound. He's got 3. Gives it to McGahay. Crossover move, but gets it knocked out of his hands by French. That'll be a turnover and going to the rack with it. Actually, that was Curtis Ryan. He went to the hole with it as well. He's got 3. That's the Eagles' night turnover. 3 in a row for the Hobbs. They better get their ball control started again. Up the far right sideline, Hutchings. Down low to Wheeler. Fumbled the ball from the right block on the entry pass. Was touched by Highland. Getting a piece of it was Ching. That almost was another turnover for Hobbs. But luckily, Ching touched it before it went out. So Eagles had 3 straight possessions. Just not doing good offensive maneuvers here, and Coach Ross goes to his bench to make a point about it. Brings back Hodge, Pena, and Beatty. Inbound to Soria, right corner. Down low to Wheeler, right block. Pivoting right against double-team pressure. Uses his body. Goes up strong with the shoulder. Puts it off the right glass for 2. Wheeler now with 3 points, 57-43. Eagles by 14 with 1:07 left third quarter. This third quarter started to drag with all these stoppages. Deflection on the inbound by Soria knocks it out to the baseline. And so Highland will have to reset here from the left base in their backcourt. Eagles matching up man-to-man with a 14-point lead. Inbounding will be Carter. Gets it in quickly far left to Hernandez, and then putting a big body into him was Hodge. So Hodge with the body foul, his 4th. 17th foul, going to the other end. Every foul is going to be a double bonus the rest of this third quarter. 2 past the double bonus margin of 5, or should I say threshold. On the line will be Sebastian Hernandez. He is 1 for 4, has missed his last 2 free throws here in the third quarter. Still at double digits, though, with 10 points. Takes a couple of dribbles. Shot is up. Took a deep breath before that and misses out the back of the rim. He's missed 3 in a row here in the third quarter. Coach Woody's going to go to his bench and bring in William Hood for Lemus, who exits with 14. Hasn't scored here in the third quarter. Second shot coming. A lot of time on the line here for Hernandez, and it's off the back of the rim. Pulled down hard by Hodge. Boy, he went off the hardwood that time. That's his 4th board. Dribbles into the front court through 3 defenders. Gets his shot blocked by Moody. Rebound by Hernandez, his 4th. Bounce pass to the left baseline front court to Carter. Tries to turn it through the lane. Taken away by Hodge. That'll be turnover number 15. Hodge goes backdoor to Pena down the right side of the lane for the layup. Pena has 11 here in the third, 28 overall, and your Hobbs Eagles up 59-43, up by 16, their biggest lead. And it looks like a foul on the near sideline as trying to dribble up was Sebastian Hernandez. He got bodied into, and Peyton Hodge has had some trouble keeping control of his body, kind of losing the brakes a few times. I think that's his 5th foul. Yes, it is. So Hodge is going to leave with 6 points and 4 rebounds with 1 of 2 from the line and had a tray. But unfortunately, his defensive momentum was carrying him a little bit too far into opponents here in this third quarter, and he exits with 5 fouls. On the line once again is Hernandez, 0 for 4 here in the third quarter, and now swishes his free throw. He's got 11. He is 2 for 7 from the charity stripe. Definitely could improve on those numbers to help his squad. Hernandez came into this game after 3 in the tournament, 4 of 10 from the line for 40%. So he's definitely hovering around those numbers at this point. Second one off the front of the rim, no good. Pulled down on the left block for the Eagles by Clay, his first rebound. Outlet to the far side, Soria comes across with it. Cross court left to Beatty. Nice head fake, fires up a 3 off the front of the rim. Tipped around and pulled down underneath the hoop by Chang, his second for Highland. Gives it off to Hernandez with 22 seconds in the front court. Driving the middle of the lane. Reverse layup on the right side and scores with a finger roll off the right glass. Hernandez now with 13. It's 59-46. 13-point Eagle lead. Couple of passes, and Pena gets a triple team. Gets through them. Finds Soria open. Right wing corner. 3 for nothing but net. Soria drills it. That's his second tray of the game for 8. A half-court shot, the buzzer. Off the front of the rim, no good for Hernandez. So Surrey with 8 points, 2 trays, and Eagles now 62-46 at the end of 3, matching their biggest lead of the game. You're listening live to Hobbs Eagle Hoops at the APS Metro Tournament Consolation Championship on the Hobbs Eagle Network back in 60.
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside, causing all sorts of problems.
Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Attention oil patch companies. Is your team safety training ready to go on location? If you need safe land, CPR, and H2S training, Cannon Safety is who you need. They'll get you squared away with NCCER OQs and pipeline training. Cannon Safety has a variety of BW, Honeywell, H2S, and multi-gas personal monitors starting at $99. Nothing is more important than your company's safety. Don't waste any more time. Get a Cannon Safety professional on the job today. Google Cannon Safety Hobbs or call 575-738-0001.
We start the fourth quarter here in Albuquerque. Hobbs Eagle basketball. Leading scorer is Pena with 28. 8 for Soria, and Hodge with 6. 13 for Hernandez, 14 for Lemus for the Hornets. They get it down low to Park. Henderson misses the shot, goes back up with two hands and just kind of flicks it over the rim on the right side, putting it through for 2. Henderson now with 6 points and 3 rebounds. Eagles up 64-46. 18-point lead, a bad inbound, knocked out by the Eagles in the backcourt as they flicked it into the baseline. That was Soria. He was the inbound defender. 18-point lead for the Eagles, the biggest of this ball game. Last game of the APS Metro Tournament. Full court pressure, man-to-man for the Eagles. Inbounding on the right baseline is Ching. Throws it to the timeline, far left, bringing it across Lemus. He underhands it to the far sideline to Hernandez. Correction, that is Garcia. DeMuti on the right wing. Back deep, and it's taken away by Pena in midstream. Turnover number 16. He goes the rack hard to the left side with 2 hands and lays it in. Pena now with 30 points. Here in the final game of the APS Metro. Definitely needs to be on that tournament team if they do have one. Eagles by 20, their biggest lead. Timeout on the court for Highland. We're back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind Big Lots in the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Back to fourth quarter action here in Albuquerque. The Consolation Championship APS Metro Tournament after a Highland timeout. Eagles up by 20, 66-46. Into the front court off the dribble comes Garcia to the left corner. Stop and go baseline. To the left elbow to Lemus. Hippity hop, reverse layup right. Air ball pulled down by Moody. That's his 11th rebound. Tries to go up, misses off the rim. Pulled down by Parker Henderson. His 4th board of the ball game. Outlet to the timeline to Soria. Clock down to 6:50 left in the ball game. Soria dribbling through his legs at the time stripe. In the front court, dribbles around the right circle, bounce pass back door with one hand, but he puts it way too far ahead of Payne, who got kind of caught on his defender that time. And the ball sails to the baseline. That Eagles' 10th turnover of the game, but they do lead by 20. Game was tied at 17 at the end of the quarter. Steal by Beatty at the end of the first quarter. Beatty gets an interception on the far left sideline, but then comes down and travels with it. So that'll be the Eagles' 11th turnover. So it's 17 all at the end of one. Hobbs up 41-37 at the half. And then 4-point lead extended through this fourth quarter now of 20. Into the front court comes Lemus. Handoff on the left wing to Hernandez. Correction, that is Ching. Back deep to the time stripe, right side to Lemus. He unloads back top of the arc to Hood. Swing it left side to Garcia. Backing out against Beatty. Stop and go dribble down the lane. A runner shot from the middle of the paint. Misses off the back of the rim. Beatty in transition on the rebound. He'll take it to the rack with a windmill layup on the right side and count it with 2 hands off the glass. Beatty with 4 points. 68-46. A 22-point lead, the biggest of the game. In the front court, hippity-hop dribble to the left elbow and got right into traffic. Lemus dribbled right into Turbiatis. Turbiatis just puts his hands out, and they call the foul on him. That's his second. First team foul, and boy, some Hobbs fans asking what he was supposed to do about that. I guess pull your arms into your jersey or something. Inbound to the left corner, fadeaway three on the way for Lemus. Air ball, but tipped back up and in on the right glass. Nobody blocking out. Ching, he's got 11 points and 3 rebounds. 68-48, back to a 20-point Eagle lead. And Coach Ross wants a timeout as Soria was about ready to come across the timeline on the far right. Coach says timeout, and in mid-dribble there, Soria didn't know whether to do the splits or what the heck was going on. 5:53 left, fourth quarter. Eagles by 20, 68-48. Back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network at the APS Metro.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
68-48 your score here in Albuquerque. Final game of the APS Metro Tournament. Just a reminder, coming up on Tuesday night, Eagles back on the road, southwest part of the state, as they go down and play Las Cruces second time this season. Eagles beat them big in the holiday tournament. Eagles get across the timeline, down low to Parker Henderson. Pass from Beatty on the left wing. He pulls off the right glass for 2. He's got 8 points. Eagles now at 70-48. 22-point lead, matching their biggest of the game. At the other end, dribbling to the free throw line, fumbling the ball is Lemus. He gets his own recovery, unloads the left wing to Ching. Ching will dribble to the scorer's table, now sends it over to the right side of the court. Holding on to it for a second is Hood. Hood's getting tied up by Braddock Beatty, and the arrow, they're going to go back to the Hornets. So they'll have it on the 30-foot mark on the near right sideline. Hobbs up by 22 with 5:24 remaining. Quick score update for you. Abraham Pena with 30. He's the leading scorer for the Eagles. Nobody else in doubles yet. Lyric Sorio has close with 8. So does Henderson. Henderson hitting 2 buckets here in the fourth. Inbound to the right corner. Dribbling is French on the right wing. Falls to the floor himself. Ball's loose at the free throw line. Soria's on the floor for it. And he gets tied up by big man Moody. The 6'8" going up against Soria. Doesn't matter what size you are on the floor, though. They'll call the jump ball. This time will be for the Eagles. Soria, of course, at 5'10", 6'8" Moody that time, and gets the better of the deal with the arrow, which goes down as a turnover for Highland. They've got 17. Hobbs has had 11, most of those in the second half. Beatty gets the inbound, stop and go, comes down the left lane, goes to the rack, and somebody touched the ball as it went over the rim. That was Moody, so they're going to count that regardless. I think it would have stayed in the cylinder anyway. Count the bucket for Beatty. He's got 6 points, 4 of those in the fourth quarter. 72-48. Biggest lead now is 24 here in the Consolation Championship. Eagles about ready to run their record of 14-2 on the season. Of course, their big one loss that they did have earlier this season to Volcano Vista at this tournament, but nothing to sneeze at. Volcano Vista, the number 1 team in the state. 72-48, long pass down the other end of the court to Hood on the left baseline. Bounces to the left elbow. Shot a lefty runner there for Garcia off the back of the rim. No good. Henderson with the rebound underneath. He's got 5 boards. Up ahead to Clay, who just checked in. Double clutch from the left side of the glass on the layup. He gets knocked flat on his back. Head almost hit the hardwood that time. Actually, that was Soria. They'll call the foul against Highland's Owen Ching. They've only had 2 fouls called against Highland here in the second half. And that'll put on the line Soria. Try to extend the 24-point lead. Lyric hasn't shot a free throw in this game. Makes his first there. Got 9 points. 1 away from double digits on the scoring. Soria came into this game. Hadn't shot a free throw at the tournament. Was averaging 4 points. Had 5 threes in the previous 3 games total. And for the season on the line at 45%. Now is 6 of 12, so make it 50%. Second shot up and good. Soria got them both. 10 points for him. It's now 74-48, matching that 24-point lead. Or I'm sorry, it's 26-point lead now. Get my math right. Into the front court. On the ball left wing is Campazano. Gives it over left side again to French. French returns it up top to Campazano. Drives the right elbow. Stops and pivots. Good D by Beatty. Behind the back pass. What a beautiful pass in the paint. Wasn't even looking towards the rim. Laying it up and in off the backdoor cut was French, his first bucket. 74-50. Boy, what a beautiful pass that was. Got a foul call as the Eagles try to come across the near left sideline. Soria dribbling. They call that against Highland. That'll be their second. I believe they got that on Curtis Ryan, his first. Beatty going to take a seat. Clay's on the court. Payne will stay out there. Soria to inbound, and Turbiatis and Wheeler, the big men for the Eagles. Inbound to Payne at the time stripe. Sliding over to the right on the dribble. Handing it off to his teammate Clay up top to Soria. Bounce pass back door to Payne on the baseline. A little bit overthrown. Lost the ball in the paint. Recovered it. He's got a triple team on him. Kick out left to Amron Wheeler for three out the back of the rim. Turbiatis sky high for the rebound, but lost the hold up in the air. He jumped early on that one. I don't even know how the heck he got up the floor that high. Almost took a head first tumble into the hardwood, but couldn't get the grip. But, boy, you got to give him a 100-plus grade on that one for attempt, as he was high jumping over the rim that time. 74-50, Eagles by 24. Inbound coming in to Carter. He wants to go one-on-one against Turbiatis. Crossover with his left hand through the logo for the Rio Grande squad. Pass over the right wing. A fadeaway three off the back of the rim for French. Rebound in the left block by Campazano for Highland, his fifth. Gives it back to French, the left wing. His three out the back of the rim. Loose at the free throw line. Campazano again on the right elbow, his sixth. Dishes it out to the right baseline to Corus. Off the back of the rim. Once again, there's Wheeler in the thick of the paint for the rebound. He's got 3 boards. Up ahead, alley-oop to Turbiatis. Actually was passed first to Payne on the right wing. Went high, alley-oop on the back door left. Turbiatis ends up flat on the floor on his stomach. He got whipped up hard as he went up for the dunk. Didn't get a chance to put that through the hoop, but the foul call regardless. That's French's first, third team foul. And that'll put Turbiatis on the line for the first time tonight. Or today, I should say. 5 points for him. Makes the first free throw. He's got 6 now. 75-50. Biggest lead is 26 in the game at 25 now, so we can match that lead. Turbiatis was 1 for 1 in the second game of the tournament, game in which he scored 18 points. And he's 3 for 3 now after making those two. 7 points for Turbiatis. Takes a break, and on the court is Hutchings. Not sure if we'll see Turbiatis again in this game. He's averaged up to this point 11 points and 6 rebounds through 3 prior games. Going to add another 7 tonight. 76-50, 26-point lead, matching the best of the game. Pass around the perimeter for Highland. Driving the right baseline is Correa. Kicks it to left corner. 3 on the way for Garcia. Swishes it. Actually, correction, that is French. He's got 5 points. Only the third tray of the ball game. And now 76-53 your score. 23-point lead for the Eagles. One-hand pass across the timeline to Clay. Double team on the far right. Front of the Hobbs bench. Sends it over to McGahey, left wing. Gets double team pressure. Throws behind to Javen Hernandez, who just checked in on the left wing. Down low to Wheeler. Spins to his left hand. Goes up high on the left glass and scores. What a beautiful move by Wheeler, the sophomore. He's got 5. 78-53. Eagles by 25 again. Ball comes across the timeline to Ryan. Crossover move. Backs out against the defense of McGahey to the left wing. Stop and go. Kind of fumbling it to himself. Spins, left baseline. Pass off to left corner behind him to Campazano. His 3 out the back of the rim. Chased down by McGahey in that same corner for the rebound. That's his second. Got it stripped at the free throw line. Turnover Eagles are 12. Shot from the middle of the paint after the steal by Carter. His first bucket. 78-53 Eagles by 23. Boy, Clay got swatted on the pass, stolen away by Carter. He fires a 3 from the left wing after picking it off. He's got 5 quickly here. 13th Eagle turnover, 78-58. A 20-point game. The Eagles pass is deflected to the near left sideline out of bounds. Hobbs basketball. But they're starting to unravel a little bit here late in the fourth with 2:02 remaining. Eagles now with 13 turnovers. Inbound back deep to Hutchings. Double team against him. Gives it McGahey near the timeline left. Cross court right to Beatty, who just checked in. Brock Beatty gives behind him to Hutchings, and the fadeaway 3 on the right side in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench. Hutchings with 2 trays in the ball game, and now 81-58 Eagles by 23. Hard dribble in the front court on the left wing now. French up top to Carter. Carter goes down the lane with the lefty, goes back door, dumping it to Correa. Double clutch, it rolls around the rim and flushes through for the senior. His first bucket. 81-60. McGahey with the dribble to the far right sideline, gets it across Hernandez right, down to Wheeler right corner for 3 out the side of the rim. Going up hard is Beatty with the putback, can't get it to drop. Tipped up by Wheeler on the right block, it won't go, and rolls out to the far left. Pulled in transition by Ryan, his first board. He'll take it to the rack with a lefty layup and scores high off the glass. Ryan with 5. 81-62. Eagles still up big, though. 19. In the front court is Hutchings, slowing it down with 58 seconds remaining. Spins as he takes on Carter, top of the arc. Stops on the right elbow. They're going to call the travel. Kind of slid a little bit. He's arguing with the official was a jump stop, but they're going to say you moved the pivot foot. Of course, Hutchings wearing that big brace on his left leg. I'm sure that hurts when you put the brakes on that quickly. Will be a turnover for the Eagles. They're 14th of the game, but they lead by 19. 50 seconds left for the Consolation Championship for the Eagles. Coming across the timeline is Ryan. Unloads over to the far left to Carter. Sends it back to Ryan on the right wing on the give and go. Doesn't decide to shoot on that one. Guarding him is Beatty. Cross court left. Pass to French. French will tip it off to the left corner. A few dribbles with his left hand for Correa. Gives it to the free throw line and a drive by Herrera. Backdoor and the layup put through on the left side by Correa. He's got 4. 81-64 the score. Time is running out here. A 3 on the way and Hutchings nails it from the left side. He has hit 3 trays in this ball game as he shows the crowd the 3 fingers in the air. He's got 9 points off trays. He gets a steal and throws up another 3, misses, but rebounded in the right corner by McGahey, his 3rd. Throws it up top to Hutchings, fires a 3 with 1 second remaining off the front of the rim, and that's the ball game. Your Hobbs Eagles with a big 20-point victory, 84-64. As they win 3 out of the 4 games at the APS Metro Tournament, this one over Highland. And they are the Consolation Championship winners here at Rio Grande High School. Eagles improved to 14-2 overall as Highland drops to 6-8. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with the Hobbs Eagle postgame show live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
Badger, the largest hydrovac and excavation company in New Mexico and Texas, is hiring. CDL drivers start at $27 per hour, plus all major benefits for you and the family, and a 401k. Apply today at 2814 West County Road in Hobbs. Badger is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
First America Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside causing all sorts of problems.
Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Attention oil patch companies. Is your team safety training ready to go on location? If you need Safeland, CPR, and H2S training, Cannon Safety is who you need. They'll get you squared away with NCCE ROQs and pipeline training. Cannon Safety has a variety of BW, Honeywell, H2S, and multi-gas personal monitors starting at $99. Nothing is more important than your company's safety. Don't waste any more time. Get a Cannon Safety professional on the job today. Google Cannon Safety Hobbs or call 575-738-0001.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind Big Lots in the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Badger, the largest hydrovac and excavation company in New Mexico and Texas, is hiring. CDL drivers start at $27 per hour, plus all major benefits for you and the family, and a 401k. Apply today at 2814 West County Road in Hobbs. Badger is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
We're back live here at Rio Grande High School in Albuquerque. The APS Metro Tournament Consolation Championship won by your Hobbs Eagles, 84-64, a 20-point win, a lead as many as 26 in the second half. Let's look at the numbers of this game. First for Highland, did have 3 players in double figures. It was Juan Lemus with 14 points, 10 of 12 from the charity stripe, and had 4 rebounds. That was big numbers for him, but didn't have anything in the second half. So big question mark what happened there, but that was it for Lemus. As he was not able to put any points down. The Eagles taking care of business defensively against him. Sebastian Hernandez with 13 points. Didn't help his cause very much on the line. He was 2 for 8 from the charity stripe and had 4 rebounds. And Owen Ching with 11 points, 4 of 5 from the line. He had 1 tray in the game and finished with 3 rebounds. So those 3 in double figures. Once again, 14 for Lemus, 13 Hernandez, 11 for Ching. Other scorers, Jerry Moody, that 6'8" post kid, 7 points with 3 of 4 from the line and also had 11 rebounds. So getting close to a double-double, but no cigar on that. Trevon Carter came into the fourth quarter for a couple of buckets, a tray included, 5 points for him. Also, it was Enrique Correa late in the game with 2 buckets for 4 points. And Linian French, a substitute, had 5 points, including a tray. There was this total of only 3 3-pointers converted by Highland. We've been talking about that in the pregame show, that their 3-point shots really weren't going too well during the APS Metro tournament. They did have 18 turnovers for their offense and were 20 of 31 for 64% from the free throw stripe. Once again, second team in a row that shot over 30 free throws against the Hobbs Eagles. Looking at the actual rebounds, let's get to that as well. 30 rebounds for Highland. They did beat the Eagles by a couple. Hobbs had 27. Leading rebounder for Highland was Moody with 11. Also 6 for Campazano, 4 apiece for Hernandez and Lemus. And for your Hobbs Eagles, lots of guys getting involved in the scoring. 9 different scores in this contest, led by Abraham Pena with 30 points in this ball game. Definitely a sharpshooter, as he usually is. His free throw shooting wasn't as hot as usual. Came into the game around 89%, but in this one was 3 of 6 for 50%. But still, 30 points, you'll take that over free throw percentages anytime. A great game for Abraham Pena. Also dumped in 3 of the Eagles' 11 3-pointers. Boy, that number 11 is starting to get pretty exciting. 2 games in a row, Hobbs hitting 11 trays. Big-time shooting from the outside. Also in double digits, the only other guy that got in there today was Lyric Soria, the sophomore. He came in with 3 trays last night, 2 tonight, or today I should say. 10 points for him. He was 2 for 2 from the line and had 1 rebound in the contest. Trey Hutchings tried to get to the double digits at the last second there. A couple of trays in the fourth quarter. He finished with 9 and 3 rebounds. Parker Henderson with 8 points. Also had 5 boards for the Eagles. Pretty balanced in terms of his production, although he did have 20 yesterday on the double-double with the 10 boards, but a great way to finish in this game with the Consolation Championship. Other scores, Jairus Turbiatis was 7 points, hit a tray in the first quarter, went 2 for 2 on the line, and had a rebound. It was Amron Wheeler coming off the bench for 5 points, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, and 4 boards. Josiah Clay with a bucket for 3 and a tray and 1 rebound. And Braddock Beatty hit 3 buckets for 6 points and 1 board as well. Amari McGahee didn't score, but he did have 3 rebounds for the Eagles. Brock Beatty came in for a board. And I believe that's about it for the scoring and numbers for the Hobbs Eagles. Free throw shooting, again, a lot less opportunities. 9 of 14 for 64%, the exact percentage that Highland had. But the Eagles shot 17 less free throws than the Highland Hornets in this ball game. Eagles ended up with 27 rebounds. They down by about 3 to Highland. The top rebound guy for the Eagles, Parker Henderson, had 5. Peyton Hodge with 4 and Wheeler with 4 in this ball game. So that's where pretty much wraps it up in terms of the Hobbs Eagles production on the boards. 30-27, 3 rebound deficit there. Hobbs finished up with 14 turnovers, 4 less than their opponent Highland in this one. Again, the 3-point shots, 11 to 3. Eagles had 8 more trays, 24 more points on the 3-point line than Highland. Big win again tonight or today for your Hobbs Eagles. 84-64, winning by 20, and well surpassed their average here at the tournament. Eagles, of course, really scoring with big wins in quite a few of their games here. But this one was the biggest one of all, as they got the most points that they've had against any team here at the tournament. Hobbs came into this contest in terms of point production, averaging 56 a ball game, and finished up with the 80. So definitely a good showing here in this final one. 14-2 record now as Eagles get ready for the Tuesday matchup. They will be on the road at Las Cruces High, team that's sitting at 6-8 right now. Since the holiday tournament, they are 2-0. They defeated Los Lunas 62-43 by 19, and Roswell from the Hobbs Eagle District 64-43, an 11-point win there. Got to remember, though, Hobbs thumping them at the Hobbs Holiday Tournament to open up the tourney, 74-35. So Eagles winning by 29 in that game. A great start to the Holiday Tournament, of course, the one that the Eagles ended up winning all 3 games and were crowned the champs. So 6-8 Cruces, and the Hobbs Eagles come in with that 14-2 record. I believe that game has an earlier start time, if I do remember. I think it's at 6 o'clock, so a 5:45 pregame show right here on HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, Cool 95.7 Facebook page, and on the radio at Cool 95.7. So 84-64 the final for your Hobbs Eagles, winning the Consolation Championship here at the APS Metro Tournament over Highland. The final game of the tourney. Congratulations to Coach Ross and his squad in the wins. 3 out of 4 games, W's for the Eagles. Don't forget the Hobbs Lady Eagles will be in action as well here in just a little bit. 4 o'clock to be exact. They will be against Kirtland Central in the championship bracket, and that'll be a big game. Kirtland Central upset Sandia last night, the number 1 5A team, by 3 points. Kirtland Central is ranked second in the 4A. Very good three-point shooting team, and that will give Hobbs a lot of defense to work on perimeter-wise in terms of the Kirtland Central offensive look on the court. So again, that'll be at 4 o'clock. Pre-game show at 3:45 on our sister radio station, the Eagle 100.5. Catch it on HobbsAmerica.com right here on the internet and on YouTube as well. And I think it's on the Kicks Facebook page too. So we got a lot of action to show you and give you here with the Hobbs Lady Eagles just down the street at La Cueva High School against Kirtland Central. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to Manuel back at the station. Ty Friends signing off. I'll see you Tuesday night on the road to Las Cruces. Have a great rest of a weekend out there. The Hobbs Eagles are the APS Metro Consolation champions.